What is up, people? In this video we are doing a performance review of these, the Adidas Boston 10. Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. How are we all doing, people? Let me know in the comments on why you're down there. How have you been getting on with your Boston 10s? Or maybe you're looking to get a pair. But if you've already got a pair, share the love down there. Share how you're getting on with them, because I'll be very interested to know, and I think people watching this video will also be interested. Right, it's that time to come back and report on how I've been getting on with the Boston 10. I've been trying to do these videos outside, but it's hammering it down today. So we've had to come back into the studio to give you an update on the Boston 10 to tell you how I've been getting on with it. Right guys, so let's get the stats and features done before we get into how I've been getting on with it. But check out the video, that's what I'm trying to think of. Check out the video I've done on this shoe already, because it's got more detail. But bottom line, Light Strike Pro, Light Strike midsole. This is the sort of softer, livelier compound that comes on the Adidas Pro 2 and the other shoes out there in terms of like marathon shoes. Then you've got the Light Strike, which is a firmer compound. It's definitely there to add stability to the shoe. It's the one from the SL20, for example, the SL20.2. We've got engineered mesh upper, we've got energy rods and a plate in the heel, we've got Continental rubber. I was going to say Goodyear rubber, we've got Continental rubber. You can see hopefully the energy rods going through there. And what else? Oh, 130 pounds. Let's do the weight. I've just put Mrs. FORDY'S scales on, hang on a sec. Right, hold tight, here we go. 11.25 ounces and grams, that is 319 grams. So it's quite a big old boy, and you can feel it in hand. So the Boston 10 was a sort of big departure on what the Boston used to be. Now I'm not a big Adidas or Adidas fan, as you probably guessed by now on the channel. That's not to say that I don't like the brand, it's just the shoes don't particularly work for me, and I always find other stuff that does a better job for me. And you know what, I've got to be honest with you, it's the same deal with the Boston 10. It just feels a little bit dead, a little bit dull, a little bit disjointed, and I'm going to get killed for it, but just too heavy as a daily trainer. It's not really been setting my pulses racing. It's not really been easy to run easy miles in it. I can't find a place for it in terms of up-tempo work. You compare this to like a Rebel 2. The Rebel 2 is just so much more fun and so much more responsive, and that doesn't have any carbon in it. If I compare it to like the Razor 3 Plus, which has got no carbon in it, but again is like a tempo shoe, and we've got the Hyperburst midsole. It's just that little bit livelier, it's that little bit more sort of lighter and quicker turnover. There's just nothing here that I have found over the last couple of weeks that has really sort of got me excited about it. It just feels, I'm going to get all mud on me, but it just feels a bit like too solid. It's like a bit of wood on the back of the heel, and I'm not getting the most out of the energy rods. You can feel it a little bit when you pick it up, but it's so relatively heavy that it just feels, it just feels like a big effort to do anything in it. And yeah, it's a big disappointment, people. I hate the fact that I've still not really found an Adidas or Adidas daily train or shoe that works for me. I think this is, you know, if you're a big Adidas or Adidas fan, I know I keep saying that, but if you're a big Adidas fan, then you probably are going to like it. But I still stand by the fact that there's just better out there. I mean, the outsole's okay. It's, you know, there's nothing wrong with it, apart from the fact that you get loads of stuff stuck in the energy rods. But it's done all right, you know. It's kept itself relatively honest in terms of down the toe paths and canal paths that I run on. It's done okay, but it just feels so cumbersome, so heavy, and yeah, just a bit dead. So for me, my advice to you is avoid it. £130 I think is well priced, but I just think, you know, there's so many better shoes out there. Look at the Asics Nova Blast 2, Rebel 2, the stuff from Skechers, obviously, even the Pegasus 38, which, all right, it's got no carbon in it, and that's like an oven on your feet. is almost better than this with the React and the AirPods in there. There's just nothing here, people, I don't think, to get you excited. And I think actually your Boston fans out there are going to be even more annoyed about it. The fact that they've managed to ruin what was a very good line of shoes and very well thought of shoe with what they've done. It may be controversial. Let me know whether you think that I'm talking absolute rubbish and you've really been getting on well with the shoe. I'd be very interested to know. But for me, coming back on it, yeah, personally, I think it's one to avoid.